I remember, I think Imani had hit me up and was talking about Busta Rhymes. Because we was talking about Busta first album. Was like, man, people don't sleep on that album. Busta was spitting. They thought he was just doing all this crazy stuff and trying to be more and more, more like Redman and all that stuff. But that ain't how Busta was. Busta was leader of the new schools. You know, they were teaching people in their rhymes, and he was like, Busta was dropping some bars up on that first album. He was like, get past all the rah rah rah. He was really bringing it. So anyway, Busta was was in one of the leaders of the new school, C Brown. Him and C Brown ain't seeing eye to eye because, Busta trying to blow up. And he figured this ain't going anywhere. This is not going the direction that it needs to go. It's not going in the speed it needs to go. It's a lot of BS taking place right now that don't need to be happening. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's the thing. Like, if it need to be happening, cool. But when it don't need to be happening, that's a bit of a problem. Because it's a distraction from everything that's going on and everybody involved. So, Busta seen this out his own crew. So, people didn't know, really, the world didn't know until they saw the Tribe Called Quest documentary that came out. Like, how crazy it really was, and the problems and just the weirdness that was going on. This was going on for years. And people thought Tribe was just this fun-loving group. But what people didn't know is Fife had quit Tribe. One of his many times of saying, I quit Tribe Called Quest. This was during the recording when they were doing their songs. Like for the third album. When they did a world tour and everybody else. And he was, I'm sick of the bullshit. Man, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. You know what I'm saying? They doing this and now they bringing this dude in on the songs. And like, he didn't mind Busta being in the group, but Busta was almost a member of Tribe Called Quest. And then this is what ticked him off. He ain't had no problem with Busta. He had a problem with the fact that Fife wasn't really included in the discussion of should we bring Busta into the group of Tribe Called Quest. Because everybody thought Busta had joined Tribe anyway. Like, oh, Busta down with Tribe Called Quest. He in the group. Now, if you leaders of the new school and you seeing this, you should say, man, this going to give us a nice push for our next album. But the way they going, it don't look like it's going to be an album. Guys are more envious with what's going on. So, they was finna do a show, and they was like, man, Fife quit. And he was like, what? He's like, man, he's like, man, the studio finna talk to him. Man, I don't need this, man. I go solo, man. I do my own thing. I start my own group. Man, I don't need this no more, man. So, they had a conversation. The record execs, them, and he's like, man, what is the problem? And they was like, man, Busta's not gonna be in the group. If you don't want Busta in the group, he ain't in the group. Like, it's not a problem. He's like, he ain't that. It's just that, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what problems they got. He got his own crew, man. You know what I'm saying? And they got their thing going on, man. And we invite that problem over here, man, and did all kind of things, man. He cool, we rap with him. But man, you just don't be just letting everybody in the group. so so Fife and Q, they always bumped heads on it. Man, I bet it was Q. Like, no other members matter but them two, because them two, everybody else was referees. So, oh yeah, rest in peace to the 5-footer all day. Now, here's the kicker. Everybody who's witnessing all of this garbage take place what people is not realizing is that none of the work is there behind as far as getting the album done. So they come back, they finished the album, everything was all love, and you never knew any of this took place behind the scenes. But this was tied into C. Brown and Busta having that fight on stage. Busta showed up and did the show. Because when they was supposed to rehearse, this bad on Busta, he kicking it down at Jones Beach. Getting some hoes, doing what he doing down on Jones Beach. My name is Busta. So he riding the wave, you know what I'm saying? He did Jones Beach getting down. Because even though they making these songs and all that, he ain't really in the game. So he trying to do whatever he can. Yo, y'all got another track? I'll jump right on it. Yo, I'll jump on that. Put me on this. He hungry. Now, if he was somebody who was sitting on the sideline waiting on C. Brown and them to get themselves together, then he'll be lost in the sauce like everybody else. He had to make moves. Shoot. And it was the best move he ever made. Busta had the voice, he had the style, he had the charisma. You needed that energy that was offsetting from yours. It's basically Old Dirty to the Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? So when Old Dirty was doing his thing, it was that offsetting sound that was different from what they were doing. That stood out. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Busta was just extra. So many people didn't understand it or get it. I got it. But the fight on stage was crazy. But they fought all the time, man. This was the final fight. Like they weren't doing this no more. You know what I'm saying? Like this was it. They weren't finna go through this process of fighting with each other no more. They was just done. It ran its course. You fight somebody consistently till it get to the point where they tired of fighting with you and making up. It's just like, I'm past that. This is going to keep happening all over again. So why should I continue to go forward? Now, I never forget, though, because Chris Lighty was the one who was really, really pushing him. I mean, Chris was doing everything. And Diddy tried to take Busta with him and manage Busta. And he was like, man, he tells you all he already got representation, man. I mean, Chris Lighty pressed Diddy so hard, man. He was like, didn't he tell you he already got representation, man? Huh? Man, oh, oof. Pressed him. No, man, I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? That I can make some moves happen, man. I'll work with you, man. I love you, man. I love you, man. He was like, man, don't play with me. Don't play games with me. Shoot. Chris wasn't having it. He was not having it at all. But the thing was, what he was trying to take, Busta wasn't going for it anyway. Because Busta was like, I'm already in a better position right now. I don't need to have you manage me, dog. I'm just saying the door is open. Like, you somebody I'll be interested in working with. I ain't gonna try to steal nobody from nobody. I don't do that. If you want to come here, I'm just saying the door is open. That's all. But that's why Busta didn't really do too much more with Bad Boy. After Flavor Year and all that, you don't hear too much Busta around for a long time. Until they did, like, about 2-3 years later, when he did Victory. So, just to let the world know. Man, what time is it? I gotta get up out of here. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the page, hit that notification bell. It's your boy Carcino. This is a moment in hip hop time. Sure is.